following program may contain coarse language, suggestive dialogue, and discussion of violent imagery and sexual situations. It is intended for mature listeners who can tell the difference between facts and opinions.
Keiji moves on to the next destination, but this time he's not alone on this episode of the Toonami Faithful Podcast. I am your host, Sketch, and with me I have...
It's Kuro, your friendly co-host.
And...
Whoa, it's Streaming Steven trying to figure out why we have limits on X.
And we have a very special returning guest.
Hi, my name is Sam. I'm a writer for Toonami Squad.
We brought him here because he, unlike the rest of us, has read the manga of Rooster Fighter. And
I just
figured
read the latest chapter today, too.
Oh yeah, much needed contextual background. That's what we're looking for, and we love that.
No spoilers here, so.
Oh well, of course not. We don't want that.
Of course not. Of course not. So yeah, if you missed Rooster Fighter the other night, you should watch it. But if if you want to wait until 4:30 tomorrow, next Saturday to watch it, then you could catch a whole marathon of it from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. You should watch it before that. But
You should.
Maybe you want to rewatch the whole thing. You certainly can. You certainly can. And previous week, we mentioned that the backdoor schedule was showing Blue Exorcist back at 3 a.m. Oh boy, 3 a.m. And now we have the Facebook confirming, yes, Blue Exorcist will be rerunning season 1 at 3 a.m. Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Cool, I'm sleeping then, so whatever.
Same.
I'll be up.
In fact, my work schedule is changing in a couple of weeks, which will make it easier to record the podcast on Tuesdays, as we're going to go
Wow.
back to Tuesdays.
Hell yes.
But it will also make it very difficult for me to watch Toonami live. But the good news is I
That
will have
sucks.
already seen the entire Superman season because I got it from Adult Swim and I'm going to write a review.
I need to send a request into them. I still need to do that. Oh well.
So as much as I would like to watch it with all of you as it goes along, this is going to be more efficient for sure. But I will certainly rewatch it and talk about it as it airs. We're still kind of figuring out how we're going to do that. But more about that later. Because we're actually going to take a week off. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Thank God for marathons.
Taking a week off. Or I'll finally actually wrangle people and record that Dressrosa episode. It's well
Wow.
overdue. They're pretty much
Wow.
done with Zoe. It's like we're going to do the Dressrosa episode and then
Do
we'll
both.
immediately have to do Zoe so we can get caught up before Whole Cake.
You could do both. Just
No.
like a 3.5 hour
No,
podcast.
Nope. No way. I'm not even going to talk about that filler arc when we talk about Dressrosa. That's
Yeah.
40 episodes.
Fair enough. Well, at least Chris will have something to listen to on his long drive.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But yeah. So we won't have a regular podcast this upcoming week, but you might get a One Piece discussion. You might. No guarantees.
No guarantees. You never know. Sketch. You never know.
You never know. Yeah, we got some fun stuff to talk about tonight. A couple of banger episodes of Dawn to Dawn.
They were banger.
Surprisingly interesting episode of Blue Lock. And of course, the season finale of Rooster Fighter. We're gonna start with Dawn to Dawn.
I missed talking about it the previous 2 weeks ago, but I just rewatched it today just to get into the rhythm of things. Ha, that was intentional. But I just
Good
wanted
job.
to make a quick note about how much I loved episode 8, the fight in the symphony with the against the composers. How much fun that was. The mix of the music, how Okarum was,
Mm-hmm.
summoning his inner Hayashi. I also love that they had Dvorak and Schubert and Bernstein there, along with Bach, Beethoven, and Mozart. It was just an overall very fun episode, but also actiony, and you get to see Ira's yokai, her really elegant animation. Like it's just I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get a chance to say all this, so I just want to throw that out there. I thought it was such a good episode. It was very rewatchable,
I would say
and
it's like
I
one
just
of
want
my
to say that.
favorite episodes of season 2 because I just love how creative it got with how it wants to use
Mhm.
classical music. It's just really, really cool, and I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's definitely up there tied with the Hayashi episode for me. It was so beautifully animated, and the having the music and everything. It was just a very cool package overall. So it's definitely at this point my top 2 favorite episodes of the season. But yes, moving on, episode 9. I want to rebuild the house because we haven't already started doing this. So, where we left off, Okaroon and Evil Eye clash, but this time Okaroon is matching Evil Eye's strength, and he's doing a great job of it. It's
Our boy
very
leveled up.
cool, very fast, very athletic animation. Unfortunately, in this process, they destroy Seiko's house. Evil Eye gets up and is excited to continue the deal because he's having so much fun. But Okaroon, who's out of juice, if they all know that, but obviously Evil Eye doesn't know that. He's like, I got this under control. And he says, he refuses to keep fighting. He convinces Evil Eye to fight him once a week in exchange for not harming innocent people. And so the Evil Eye begrudgingly accepts this deal. So there's no Hayashi, unfortunately, which I know is a bummer to all of us. We were all bummed. We
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see another exorcism. But we learned something interesting about Evil Eye's inner nature in this process. Not just what Gigi sees as the inner child, but that Okaroon was able to sense this, and by tricking him and basing this on this inner child's desire to play, seeing combat as a form of play, he's managed to lock in this situation. So let's see how this goes. Gigi
I,
regains consciousness and he's naked.
just to like talk about that. I love the fact that they wrote. I mean, obviously, the Evil Eye is a kid, but it's just like it's so funny seeing it coming from like this teenager. Just a funny image.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Actually,
this ultra muscular athletic teenager. He
with the
hands him his
mind of a
underwear.
child. Yeah, hands him the underwear. And Cycles are like, nice dong. Yes, there's extra cock on this week of Toonami.
He shouted that out. The girls are all turned sideways and covering their face. That was so funny. Nice dog. Anyway, naked Gigi. So the next day, the group actually splits. Sad face. Our monk heads off with his cursed object. Gigi leaves with his family, and Ira and Okaroon go to their homes. I'm sure their parents are wondering where they've been, so this seems right to me. Even though we miss everybody, our found family. Yeah, there's also no place for them to live because the house is destroyed.
Yep.
And the girls look and they're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. Let's go for a spa day. So they treat themselves,
Hell
all
yeah.
3 generations, for a spa day, which is what you do when you're in a crisis and stress.
You
should
even
just
brought the
take a moment.
mannequin.
Yeah.
She's just there. Hana's just there the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, and Granny, Turbo Granny's there, which I love. She participates as a full participant. So they return. Okaroon and Ira have also come back with Mantis and a friend, and they're going to help rebuild the house using something fancy called nanoskin, which you can shape to your desire. So
This stuff is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they play a game of Minecraft.
Yeah,
Right?
that guy looks so much like a Minecraft character. If you see the manga version of him, he looks even more like a Minecraft character.
You think it was intentional?
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
sure that it was.
Yeah.
But nobody really
skin.
knows what he was actually saying.
No.
He was pretty angry. That was all that was observable. He kept breaking the things that they were making.
He was very happy to help such beautiful women. You don't know
Yeah.
what he's saying.
He breaks the window again and fixes it immediately.
Then fix it. Mantis fix it. So as they're finishing up, Momo and Okarun kind of have a little brief aside and mention how the house became a place of belonging for their found family, and I agree entirely. They
Mhm.
got to stop destroying it, though. They got to stop at that problem. The next day we meet Gigi's mom, who's kind of nuts. She like recovered with a personality plus. She's like Gigi extra. She's extra Gigi, which makes sense to me. Because when we saw like they were all subdued and sick and shit, so now we're seeing her in her full throttle personality. She's making Gigi chase the truck. She's a
Yeah,
little nuts.
she doesn't even really know that he's got like spiritual powers now. And she's just making him chase the truck.
Yeah. But they show up to help rebuild the house, only to discover it was already finished, which is pretty cool though that they came back.
Super cool.
Yeah. Later, Gigi and Momo are walking to school, I guess, and Gigi shares with Momo that Evil Eye seems to be behaving well thanks to Okarun's compromise, and he can basically feel the Evil Eye is relishing having more fun. Things get a little awkward when he asks her if she has a crush. By little, I mean like a lot. It was a lot of awkward. I felt that tension through the screen. But on their way, as they're doing this walk to school, the Evil Eye takes control of Gigi, and basically the rest of the episode is Momo trying to manage this problem, this bit of mischievous side to the Evil Eye. He's like trying new drinks, saying he's gonna slaughter people, but also trying to be a student. He's really bad at it. He discovers soccer. It was totally meant to be. I feel like he should join the team. I feel like Blue Lock doesn't have like a nugget on what Gigi's got. He's got all the talent to be Japan's #1. He's on the wrong show, but it's just a series of vignettes of Evil Eye basically interacting in the school format, and Momo sort of trying to manage it poorly. Miko and Muko show up and mention to Momo that there's a sighting of a floating golden ball at a housing complex, which catches her attention immediately. And the episode ends with a very rare after scene where Okarun is approached by a somewhat nerdy looking classmate. So yeah, that was episode 9. Otherwise known as Gigi learning to be, or I should say Evil Eye learning to be a person. Let's start with Sam. What did you think about this episode? I guess it's very Gigi focused, so we can start with talking about him.
I mean, Gigi's a great character, and I think having it start out from where, well, obviously it needed to finish where episode 8 ended, but again, like having that moment of where the Evil Eye is acting like so childish, it's a hilarious scene, but also when you get to like Gigi going back to normal and it's just like, wait, what happened? It's just a funny scene. This episode all entirely is just really funny, which is great because I think I wouldn't say like the last few episodes have been heavy, but it's nice to have an episode where it's just laid back, more comedic. It doesn't need to take itself seriously.
Yeah, I agree about it being a laid back comedic episode. Like we're taking a beat to sort of
They took
like
a
let
spa
them
day.
regroup. Yeah, they deserved it.
They really did.
Yeah. Sketch, thoughts on this episode?
It's worrisome that they're just letting the Evil Eye be, but it's so great for comedy where because to everyone else it just looks like Gigi. So it looks like Gigi is doing these superhuman things and acting up, and it's a good thing Gigi already set the standard that he's a weirdo. Otherwise, this would not go over well.
Yeah. Especially in like the classroom where he's like, where the evil eyes is drawing.
I
on
will
the page.
butcher. And Joji, what was that about butchering? Oh, don't mind him. He's just repeating a bad old joke. We're just gonna buy that, aren't we? Just gonna buy that. Get me more of that one drink. It was delicious. It's like, no, don't give him a cold drink.
I will say, like, it is insane that whole school ran out of like hot items, and also
no hot food, no hot drinks in the.
What happened to your thermostat, girl?
Yeah, where's your thermos?
Yeah, she failed at her backup.
Really should brought that thermos.
Gigi trying to eat noodles and like giving up on the chopsticks. I feel
that was funny too.
Get the man a fork.
Was there a point where he like put up like he activated his powers to like kind of stop time or something?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out why he did that. The only thing I could think of is he didn't want anyone to see him shoveling his face full of noodles.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That's one way to use your powers.
I mean, I would have been totally fine with the whole exorcism thing if nothing else than to see Hayashi again. But I do kind of like this, it's learning to be human. Maybe this process of Evil Eye learning to be human will be long-term beneficial for it, as far as it's taking over the world and killing all humans but also just like for its inner healing that inner sad child, like maybe learning to be a person that can enjoy life will be a good process.
I really like that Okaroon wants to be friends with the Evil Eye and is doing this to befriend the Evil Eye on its own terms. And he's also going by like schoolyard rules. We can only fight on Tuesdays after.
Yeah. I like that. I like that Seiko stopped the monk from interfering. She's like when a man speaks with fire in his voice.
Don't go making a fool of him.
It was funny. He was like, no, we're just gonna call Hayashi again. It'll be okay.
Look, he's rational. I get it, but you don't understand how far these teenagers will go to befriend the supernatural.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I guess that seems to be their ultimate goal, is to like pacify the ones that they can, and obviously all they all.
I mean,
have their own
Okaroon wanted to
yokais.
make friends with aliens. That was like his whole thing when he started out. He wanted
Turns
to
out some of them suck, and some of them are not friends.
Yeah.
They're not even friend shaped. They're just creepy.
They can't all be the Mantisians.
No, we love Mantis though. Mantis is our boy.
That's right. He sure is. Yeah, really, really fun. Really, really fun episode. Good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Steven, episode 9. What'd you think?
You know what? It was a good slice of life episode of coming back to reality and just living their life. I mean, Gigi as the Evil Eye, that was insane. To see all of that, just Sim trying to adjust to life and just having like the body switch kind of effect. I did not know that sketch that they can't see the Evil Eye. It's only like kind of us and then Momo and all those.
Yeah,
I think that's also true with Okaroon and his Turbo Granny powers.
So man, they just see Okaroon running around like crazy, and
they don't question
Gigi
it.
just looking crazy.
Gigi's joining the soccer team.
Yeah, dude's got better skills than
really.
most kids on Blue Lock.
The joke is ever blue.
Yeah, he would fit. I mean, he's the same of shade and everything. Yeah, I liked it. I think it needed that kind of like after all that hyper intensity stuff, it needed that thing of like, okay, we're just done with this. And now what do you do? What do you do at that point? Do you just go back to regular life? I mean, yeah, they had to rebuild the house, which kind of like it was a
Like the
weird
third
thing.
time.
Yeah.
This
Which
time it'll hold though.
yeah, this time it should hold, but it's like that house, like you're using like nano silly putty, and you're trying to like remember like how it looks and everything. They're pretty good. They have pretty good memories to remember how that house looks and everything. Because I mean, the outside looks fine, but I want to see what the inside looks like. If it's all like this trash on the inside and it doesn't look right, but still,
I tried to do
yeah.
that in The Sims once and do my house, and
Hmm.
it did not come out exactly the same. And this is while sitting in my own home, so
Hmm.
it's a little harder than you think it is.
It
Yeah,
is.
but still, I mean, it's a great episode, and then after that, kind of like is showing s the golden ball that they found, like, it's so randomly seen it at this apartment. I'm like, "There it is." It's like, "Oh, oh, they took a picture of it and it's spreading on social media. Okay, that makes sense." Um,
Makes you wonder who took that photo, but
yeah,
okay.
it does make you wonder, why did they go there? Do they live there? Or is it like a haunted place in the area that they just go to
It
and they
feels
just
like
do it?
it's abandoned, but then again, I don't know.
It's housing complex C, really.
Yeah,
So
yeah, of
That's the
course.
next episode.
Yeah, that is the next episode.
Mhm.
Right, well then we'll use this as a segue. The Secret Art of Being Attracted, episode 10. So the classmate we met in the previous episode introduces himself. He is Kenta Sakata. And we get to know him. He's got his own rhythm, his own
The
style.
man, the myth, the legend in his own mind.
Yeah, he definitely is rocking out to his own music and dancing, and
He has
we've all
4
done that.
combs,
Yeah,
Nobody
we've all
should
done
own
that
that
in
many
Big Red.
combs.
and they're all a different color.
Yes.
this guy's more
Um
Space Dandy than Space Dandy.
Hmm.
No.
he subdues this big personality though when he's around his classmates. So um what is turns out to be a flashback, Kenta observes Okarun interacting with Momo and then proceeds to stalk him for the rest of the day around the school, and he sees that scene, um the episode from a ways back where Momo and Okarun are looking for each other in a comedy of errors and keep missing each other, and then they run in and accidentally kiss. So this time we see Kenta observing this, and back to the present. He approaches Okarun and asks him how has he managed to befriend Momo and Ira despite him looking like he does. Basically, he's a little
Rude.
bro. Yeah, yeah,
Bro, have you looked in a mirror lately?
yeah. I mean,
Well,
come
no,
on, dude.
he acknowledges
Yeah.
he acknowledges that he's, you know, not not traditionally attractive.
Yeah, Okarun's like, "Why are you talking to me?" Which is a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
funny response. Like, why? He doesn't want to talk to him. Like, come on, you could be a little more polite. But
Like,
um,
dude, were you
yeah,
trying to make friends at the beginning of
apparently
this? And
they
Yeah.
this
should have
guy's
been
got
friends all
like a
along.
toy. He's got like a model Gundam knockoff, and like
Yeah.
he clearly has, similar interests.
Yes, they should have been friends, but apparently well, hopefully that happens. I guess I think Kenta's
I like how
sacrificing
Momo's all
being
like, "You
legally a
guys seem
friend.
like you get along."
Yeah,
This game is
immediately.
funny.
She barges into the classroom and like it's like, "Oh, great! I think I found your other nut." That's
For
such
it
a
being
great
the cock and
reference.
balls hour, there hasn't been nearly enough balls in Dawn to Dawn lately.
Oh, we had a definitely a lot of good ball jokes out of this episode, because it completely bewilders Kenta, and he gets the wrong message. He's like, "Oh, do they need to talk spicy? Is him talking spicy why he's getting this girl?" No, no,
No.
don't do that. so So the tensions escalate in the situation when the class representative, whose name is Rin, she tells Momo she needs to leave, and thinks she's speaking on Okarun's behalf because she thinks she thinks that Momo is bullying Okarun,
Who's this
And
pick me girl? Come on.
yeah, like who the fuck are you, bitch? Nobody asked for your help.
Like,
And
where
it
have
all
you
gets a
been
little
this whole
awkward.
time?
Yeah, when he was being bullied by like dudes. So Kinta thinks that Okaru's popular with the girls. It's so much misunderstanding. It could be a Roman comedy.
Yep.
And in the midst of the girls having this spat, the two of them, because Momo will not back down from being challenged. She will not back down. That's my girl.
Mhm.
Kinta just shouts out, 10-gallon weirdness, at least it just starts another weirdness.
I love Bryce Papenbrook's delivery. It's so good.
Too, he says it like what?
Like, dude, what? No, there's a time and a place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never and ever.
And it's not here, and it's not ever.
So anyway, after all that stuff, we're after school now, and Momo and Okurun are chatting about a little bit about his newfound popularity, and she's kind of laughing at him. But they decide to head to the housing complex to find his other nut. And Kinta is following them, and he keeps hearing them mention his other ball, and is still convinced they're talking spicy. And unfortunately, he's not the best at stalking because they spot him. But before they can react, they're pulled into the realm by this Kintama, which may or may not be Kintama, I guess. So the ball, the golden ball, has its own realm.
It's a mind of its own.
Yeah.
The ball has become sentient.
Yeah. So Momo and our now transformed Okarun spot the ball, and they attempt to retrieve it, but realize that there's something unseen that's blocking them from grabbing it, and it's moving it around and proving to be extremely elusive. Momo tells Kinta to stay the hell out of their way, watch their stuff as they chase down the ball, which knocks them about and is still very difficult for them to capture. As they chase it up through the building. Momo parachutes them using her powers around the building, still trying to chase it. Still, it's very difficult because there's clearly something they can't see holding it, and it's keeping them from grabbing it. But so after they fall and splat poor Okarun onto the ground, and before they get up and they're ready to go back in to track down this floating ball again, they hear Kinta scream, so they got to go rescue him. And Momo manages to grab him midair, even though he was supposed to stay put. Stupid
Watch
idiot.
the bags.
He is not a very good listener, by the way, which is probably part of his problem. But it turns out he is somewhat useful because he has some knowledge of sci-fi, which was definitely hinted at, seeing that they were reading similar magazines earlier in the episode. And he knows some stuff about camouflage tech that the creature seems to be using. Some kind of optical illusion.
Optical illusion. It is housing complex C.
It reminded me a little bit of like that one crazy 007 film where they had the car that turned invisible, but it was just like mirrors reflecting. That's what it was.
I'm more
Like
reminded
that.
of like Ghost in the Shell, but
Yeah, we all have our references. Everyone's got one. So knowing that it's using this kind of camouflage, Momo manages to grab it briefly, allowing Okarun to attack. And the camouflage dissipates, and it reveals to be a small kaiju, but no ball. So as the three of them head closer to check it out, Momo, Okarun, and Kinta discover that the kaiju starts increasing in size and of course starts doing kaiju things.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. I don't see how they're gonna hide this disaster. Yeah.
It's okay. It's in its own liminal space.
yeah.
So is this
The changing color is what makes you know that that's what's happening.
Yep.
is this dude Kinta gonna join them? Because like it's a funny bit with the whole like him throwing out random spicy talk, but him not listening will get annoying to me fast. What do you guys think? Is he like part of the party permanently, or is he just going to be a dude that they come across sometimes?
Blood
Keep
thinks he's
watching
part
and
of the
find
crew. Blood thinks he's part of the crew. Or
I
however
think,
the
I
meme
think
goes.
he thinks it is. He's a part of the crew. He's like friends with them now, but they're like, no, this NPC can't even join us yet.
Look. How did we all like Ira at first?
I like her dancing like yokai. Ira's taken a while to grow on me, but she's gotten better. Like I liked her the last episode she was in.
Like,
Yeah.
what tragic backstory does this dude have? Like, is did his hair like grow one way? You know, he slept on it wrong, and that's why he has 4
He
combs now. It's like,
seems pretty comfortable in his own skin somewhat. Like when he's alone, like he's got his own
yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
he doesn't seem traumatized. He just seems shy and
Yeah, he's
awkward
just shy around other people and awkward.
and a bad listener.
A very
True.
bad listener. When he's getting thrown through the air and he's thinking to himself, from this trajectory at this speed, it's just moments before I'll collide with the lips of Momo Ayase. Like, no, bro. Okaroon ain't never gonna let that happen.
Oh, that was awesome. That was the best part of that episode.
Just
He
knock him away like a
blocked him.
fly.
He's like, no.
Nope, this ain't happening.
That was probably the hottest thing he's done in a while. I was like, oh hell yeah.
And now a kaiju in Don to Don. It's about time.
Yeah, I was like, we haven't had one of those yet, so.
Yep. I mean, you could think of the worm as sort of a kaiju, but
The
Yeah,
Mongolian
not the
death worm.
same. It's a worm. It's just a giant worm.
just a worm. This is
This is
rip-off
basically knockoff Godzilla.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
knock off
it's a little
Godzilla.
small though. Even the big form, it was a little small.
Yeah.
It's not about the size that matters. It's how you use it.
I was gonna say it's a good. You got to figure out that this is in their own liminal space because they're like going through people's apartments and stuff. And
Yeah.
nobody.
Okaroon knocking on the door and ringing the doorbell.
That's in character for him, and that's very funny.
Very polite. Very polite.
He's such a great character. I'm loving how he's doing more to break out of his shell too, like in the right way.
Mhm.
Like it's nice. I've said this before. It's nice to see them progressing past the like they're not staying in the same like random tsundere or whatever place. They're not just like being shy permanently. Like there's some actual movement towards growth, and I like that because we all like character growth, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. Sam, anything else? Any thoughts about this particular episode? Our kaiju, our friend Kinta, our maybe not so friend Kinta, and his
Kaijus are
sundown
cool.
weird.
I really like this episode. I would kind of say it's like one of the weaker ones of the season for me personally. It's still a very good episode.
It's funny though.
It is very funny. Not as funny as the previous one though. I was laughing out loud in episode 9. In episode 10, there was like some good jokes with Kinta, and then there was also a few good jokes at the apartment. But for the most part, I was like more impressed by like the animation, because when you're seeing them trying to chase Okaroon's ball, I was like very impressed, like the way that it's all shot and like all animated. It's very dynamic, and I just really found that super fucking impressive.
They've been very consistent throughout the series with high quality animation, and I
Yeah,
cannot stress
I-
enough how much that improves the watching experience.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just like season 1 had great animation. I think season 2 is on like another level, because after rewatching it, because this is my second time watching it in full, because I watched it when it came out last year. I think season 1 had really good animation, but season 2 is like that next level up, because there's like the music scene, there's the stuff with Okaroon's powers, and it's just like even the episodes that aren't like really detailed animated wise, it's still very consistently great.
Yeah, consistency definitely is a huge element. Because you'll notice if things go downhill, but I think they do a good job of trying to keep everything pretty smooth. Um, Steven, what are your thoughts about this episode?
Um, like always, I liked it, but there are a lot of references in this episode specifically to Mobile Suit Gundam. You have Quinta's alarm clock right when it opened. That was like that said first opening of the Gundam franchise with the Earth and everything. Um, you have his backpack is a mobile suit jetpack, so it had little jets on the back of it, which was kind of a cool thing. Um, he says, the, Char's line, "I see you, my enemy, I see you." So that was kind of a cool thing. Like, so there's a lot of things in there, aside from that saying, it's a mobile suit thing. I wanna say that the kaiju at the end is it looks like it's an Ultraman reference, but it's like a specific monster. I wanna say it's either Red King or another one, or it could be just like the body in different shape, but, those kaiju suits are iconic, and so, um, and
Good
then
catch. Good eye for detail, Steven.
I
That's a good
I
catch.
I get I get nerdy on some things, and that
I
stuff
like it.
when they throw a lot of Easter eggs in it, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm seeing those one by one," because on the, what was it? There was the Quinta was reading a kind of the same book as, Okarun, but he was reading it upside down just like, Okarun would when he was all nervous too, but it had a bacteriophage on it, so those are the things that cause viruses. And then the other book that he was doing and showing off and everything that it kind of like flashed back twice to it, had it was Kamina's glasses on there,
Yeah, Gurren
from
Lagann.
Gurren Lagann, yeah. So that was kind of a cool thing. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I thought it was a really cool episode. It flowed really good when they were chasing that golden ball, because it kind of reminded me of that old Hanna-Barbera show, Dick Dastardly.
Oh.
And they're trying to catch that pigeon, but they're
Get
actually
that
like,
pigeon.
yeah, but they're not catching that pigeon. And it would zoom all around it like, get that thing. And I'm like hearing Dick Dastardly's voice in my head.
Oh man,
Um,
somebody needs to like re-edit that scene with like the Hanna-Barbera like running sound effects.
yeah.
Yes.
Other than that, yeah, it was a cool episode. I didn't expect, because bringing another character into it, I didn't expect it to flow that good. Because sometimes when you have another character added in, you're adding all kinds of story and backstory and everything else into it.
Yeah, I'm still
This
not sure I feel
I,
about
I
that.
think what I like
Yeah.
about Don is that they introduce that character, but they don't immediately show you the backstory. It takes time and it kind of builds up. So that's
Mhm.
kind of like you ease into that character a little bit more rather than here's everything at once.
Yeah. Which is good. It's like it's a slow kind of burn of a thing. You're not going at breakneck speed trying to allow all these ones in. Yeah, I'm
It's
not
like
sure if he's
stopping in the middle of a crucial moment in a fight so you can learn this villain's backstory.
oh,
Yeah.
I
just like Blue Lock
I
does
hate
every single
I hate
episode.
that. Not oh, like any well, they do that in Bleach too.
Yeah.
Bleach, Dragon
Let's
Ball,
You know
Naruto.
what? Let's learn about the backstory of this character, you know?
Naruto doesn't is not as bad as Bleach.
Oh, I agree. But it's still
Bleach
there.
is so much worth about doing that. Like Naruto, at least they give you like before they start fighting. Usually, you'll
Mhm.
start seeing the villain backstory, or
All in all
afterwards during the talk
all
no jutsu time.
all in
Mhm.
all, a great episode. I mean, it was
Yes.
fun, it was entertaining, lots of Easter eggs that I could see in there. So it was all around a fun time.
That's a good eye. I always love when like we all one of the things I love about this podcast and talking with you guys is we all bring something different, a different level of knowledge and fandom. Like Sketch has this general industry now knowledge, for example, and like me and my whole mythology thing, and like you being able to spot these Easter eggs. Like I love that. That's super cool, and I think that just makes for a fun discussion in general. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that. Yeah, in general.
Yeah, we
I
got
not
a.
excluding you, not excluding you, Sam. It was just because I know the other three better. I promise.
That's fine.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So anything else you wanted to add that you hadn't had a chance to add, Sketch, about this episode before we move on?
I don't think so, but we actually what you to what you just said,
Mm-hmm.
we actually got a little response commentary on Twitter the other day when we posted the previous episode. This is from William Smith. It was a great podcast, even though I mainly tuned in for the Rooster Fighter because I saw the rest of the lineup already. But it was fun listening to them every now and then, just to hear their opinions and reaction about the episodes. Yeah, just kind of
Yeah,
mirroring that.
I like that. Yeah, I think one of the things we strive for is having different perspectives and making the discussion not just uh recaps but substantive and interesting.
Yeah,
We try to bring something of our observations. Sometimes they're bad and sometimes they're good, but just to bring them to the table. Otherwise, why would you listen to us?
and something that adds to that is when we don't necessarily like every show.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of.
It's Blue Lock time. It's Blue Lock time.
Sometimes
Ball.
sometimes I have fun talking about not liking Blue Lock. Sometimes I'm like, all right, let's move on. Yes.
I think this was a pretty fun episode because it's great for things to not go Barrow's way at all. Yep. So, when we last left off, we were in the middle of the match between Isagi, Nagi, and Barrow, and Shiguri, Ryo, and Kunigami. And so far, things are not going well because Barrow won't pass the ball, and that's really putting Nagi and Isagi at quite a disadvantage. But they pretty quickly realize, let's just not pass the ball to Barrow.
Good plan. Good strategy.
Who
Good,
seen this coming?
good
Huh.
strategy, but it's a little
Did
bit
I
more
not?
complicated than
I
that.
swear to God, last week I said that he was going to be I swear that I pointed this out. That
You
Barrow would
did,
be the
you did.
worst to play as a teammate.
But Barrow is very stubborn, very very stubborn, and yet he's the one calling Isagi a donkey.
He channels his inner Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, he definitely did there.
So the very, very stubborn Barrow is like, I'd rather lose than change the way I play. Bro, this is not the time for this. you know what's gonna happen here, dude? What's gonna happen here, dude? If you lose this match, then they're gonna take Nagi, and then it's just gonna be you and Isagi back down the next level. Do you really want that to happen?
Yeah, think this through, bro.
Please. And I appreciate that at least initially Isagi's like, well, maybe Barrow's just misunderstood. Maybe I can get through to him.
No.
Well,
No, girl, you can't change him.
solid efforts, but bro don't want to change. Bro don't want to change. So yeah, things are not going super well at first, but then Izaki starts coming up with some pretty great strategies, actually, like feinting that he's gonna pass to Barrow and then passing to Nagi. Like, dude, good move. Really good move there. Can't hardly believe the other team didn't think of that being a possibility. They're like,
you
why
won't
are you
follow, then I'm gonna force you to.
why are you so surprised by this? Yeah. I do I do appreciate that Barrow is he's honest. He's like, look, we're both egoists. And what it seems to me is you just want to control me and I don't want to be controlled. Like, no, that's working as a team, not necessarily controlling. What you want to do is control. You idiot. But things just continue to crumble for Barrow. He's He's just not being allowed to really play. And it's great seeing him kicked off his throne, so to speak, because everybody keeps picking on him. But Isagi, he claims that he's going to devour Barrow's whatever. I don't know about that, dude. But whatever you are doing does seem to be working decently enough. But yeah, he's getting crafty, like following up on the blind spot and like hiding behind Barrow. And there are three on three here. How do they ever lose track of anybody?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
a very good question.
why are you sending two people to mark one person? No, don't do that. Don't do that. That seems very stupid. I mean, I'm not a soccer player, but that seems very stupid in this particular situation. Like, geez. Why would you do that? You're just leaving an opening. But yeah, props to Isagi and Nagi for pulling off some pretty good plays here, but not to keep things too easy for them. The other team is also learning and evolving this entire time. I don't know, Rayo might not be, and
Yeah.
frankly, we don't get much from Kunigami either. He's just kind of the wall for Barrow.
Yeah.
But Chigiri is all like, nope, I'm gonna evolve too, and sure enough, so it is surprisingly enough a bit of a nail biter, and I want to see how it finishes, which is more than I could say for a lot of matches of Blue Lock. But after things completely fall apart for Barrow, and though he does have that one moment where he bests Kunigami when he's trying to get shut out there, and he manages to get the ball, like, not bad, but then what do you do with it? You got nothing. You got nothing, Barrow. You got nothing. So uh, after things have completely turned against Barrow, not that they haven't been against him the entire time, really, but Isagi calls him a donkey. I'm like, yes, he's the stubborn one. He's the donkey. I don't even know why Barrow's calling Isagi
He's
a
gotta
donkey.
break him in.
Yeah, he's got to break him in. He's gotta break him in. I don't know. Here's hoping that by the end of this, Barrow will finally realize, oh, I actually do need to cooperate if I want to get anywhere.
Well, the funny thing about the donkey imagery is donkeys are notoriously stubborn. Barrow is the
Mhm.
most stubborn out of them.
Exactly. He's the donkey.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a comedic irony there.
He's the bottom. To evoke Shakespeare.
That's funny.
He's the jackass for sure.
Yes. I love the reference. Thank you. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. And the bonus time, the extra time this time, we finally get to see what's up with Raichi.
Yeah, that's my boy Raichi.
So he and Gagamaru are like, all right, we got to find a third person, and they come upon the remaining Wanima brother, the really intense one that didn't do anything other than grunt most of the time before, and they're like, huh, hey, wait, maybe we can translate. No, no, you can't. Also, once again, this guy can talk, and once they let him talk, he's like showering them with compliments, and they're like, okay, yeah, let's play with this guy. At first, they were like, no, we don't want to play with that guy.
I'm fascinated by this mashup of Gagamaru and Raichi because Gagamaru is so chill and Raichi's the opposite of chill.
Yeah.
Like, how is this gonna work with this dynamic? Is
Good
Raichi just
question.
gonna shout at everybody and they ignore him? What's gonna happen? I want to see this combo.
Yeah. And what's going on with Igarashi, the monk dude, and Iemon, the tall guy, and that snake Kuon, and Imamura, who has even less personality than Naruhaya. Well, he was kind of a playboy. That was his thing. He was kind of a playboy.
There was only so much room for characterizing when you had 11 people you got to keep track of. So,
Yeah, yeah. That's I hope we get to see uh Gagamaru and Raichi and Junichi Wanama play a game, because that could potentially be very entertaining. Which is
yeah,
why we're not going
Wanama
to see it.
brother against Wanama brother with Raichi definitely taking the lead. Yeah, I want to
Oh,
see that.
Keisuke Wanama got locked out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
He
See,
got
that's why
locked
you're here.
off,
You remember things. I completely forgot about that. It was so forgettable.
and I continue to need the behind the voice actors list to keep track of these characters. Well, yeah, honestly, not a bad episode of Blue Lock. It's going places, but I'm getting real tired of Isaki's monologues being the same crap over and over and over again.
You know what I do like aside from his inner monologue where we have to pause while he analyzes the field because he should have been doing this anyway. I do like how much of a rhythm he and Nagi have gotten into. They are playing
Mm-hmm.
well together, and I think like they're a good combo. Like
Yep.
I mean, Nagi was playing well with Rayo before, but he also wasn't growing. So the benefit of him playing with Isagi is they're both pushing each other to be better players, but playing cooperatively really well. And they both got to score this episode, so that's nice to actually see scoring and not just let me talk about what I'm going to do on the field and help everybody play better.
Yeah, Isagi actually scored.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this, I'm scoring, which is what you should be doing. That's the
Yeah,
point.
that is the point. He's
Yeah.
he's still a very good midfielder.
He's he's getting to be a better midfielder.
Isn't he though? Like, seriously. It's gonna
I
be a
love that
very
we're like stuck on this headcanon between the two of us. We're like here
he should be a
solidly.
midfielder.
We have not moved since like episode 3. We have not moved from this position, and we're on episode 17 now.
Yep. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah, he's getting be a better player though. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He is. And I think in this episode, even Rayo is starting to acknowledge, oh, actually, Nagi is becoming a better player because of this guy.
Yeah, and maybe
And
he'll have that effect on Barrow through the opposite means.
yeah, it's starting to feel like reverse psychology at this point. We'll see how it works. The thing about reverse psychology is it doesn't work on stupid people.
Or very stubborn people who don't
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah. Generally, no. Yeah. Steven, what are your thoughts on this episode of Blue Lock?
Surprisingly, I liked it and paid attention to it. So that's a rare thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was a nail biter, like you said, Sketch. Barrow was an idiot, and he is the donkey. In this episode, like just like he needs to, and he fell to the ground in that last like few seconds right before the ending. He needed to touch grass because he needed to touch the grass that he was running on this whole time. This guy claims he knows how to play soccer. I mean, I know more how to play soccer, and I haven't played it even. Um, so yeah, how do you lose 3 people on your on a 3 versus 3? How do you lose 3 people? I don't know. And they're, like, scanning. I like the visual representation that their eyes are, like, looking at the ball and scanning everything, but they look like they just forgot to turn their headlights off, right? I don't know. Some of the representations of the stuff, it's interesting. Like the puzzle pieces need to fit together. They need to evolve their things. It's just a lot of fancy talk, but still narrow biter at times. And Pepsi Man and the goalkeeper, they were doing their job better than most of them.
Goalkeeper.
Other than that,
Blue
I
Lock
mean,
Man hasn't been stopping any.
no. They must,
Terrible, terrible goalie.
yeah, they must have turned down the AI or something on that day. It wasn't working or something. Like, hey, we need to save some money. They ran out of the tokens or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I mean, it was interesting. And then at the end, alligator eyebrows, we found out can talk. So that's kind of cool. That was like a thing we didn't know.
Is
Like
that
Gator
actually
Eyebrow.
canon, or is that just like in the short?
We don't know, but we think, that
The
stuff is
things
better
that
than the
happen
actual
in the
show.
short are implied to be canon.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they found out they had 3 beds in the short, and now they have 3 beds, so who knows?
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, Burrow dude needs to say he's going to really lose. That king is not a king anymore. He's a pauper. He needs to learn his place.
The court
Oh
jester.
man, when Kunigami
Yeah.
says maybe you should listen to what the peasants have to say or something like that, I was like,
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
baby.
was
No,
that's
that's
such a
you.
line.
There was some good banter with all of
Oh,
these. I
yeah.
think that's what makes it. If there's really good banter and they just make Isagi like stop talking and thinking in his mind for a bit, it's some fun stuff. But every time they go back to him thinking about puzzle pieces and everything, it's like I start thinking, where did I lose that puzzle piece at from the last time I put a puzzle together? It's like, did it go under
It's
the
always-
couch?
It's always a really cool visual when his
Yeah.
brain is puzzle piecing.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
agree with you, Sketch. It's like it's the same monologue. If
It
was
is.
a different
It's
monologue.
always the same. It's like I have to change. I
It's
have
funny
to
how
change.
you
I have
mentioned
to
that.
adapt.
I couldn't put my finger on why I was getting annoyed, and as soon as you said that, I was like, "That's why," because I've heard this before. He's just repeating himself.
It's
Maybe
just,
that's
filling
his
space.
weapon that he just that he just he just internal monologue so much that he can't do anything.
Well, look, like I get that I get what they're trying to do. He is being pushed to learn and adapt and to understand how to be a better player. I understand that's the point they're trying to make. They're just doing it in a really repetitive way, and
He's
it's just
explaining
getting
it
old.
to the audience
Yeah.
every time.
He just could just get to the point. Like it's okay if he has the little puzzle piece visual, but just get to the point. We don't need
Yeah.
to hear you walk through it so slowly. We got there
Now-
already. Now you
Now
need to
you
get there
can use
too.
a shorthand of just the puzzle piece thing going on in his head. You're like, oh, I know what this means.
Maybe he
He's
could just play the
putting it
game
together.
instead of having puzzle pieces.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe.
Man, I understand why they use the puzzle piece because he's putting together that piece of the
This
puzzle.
guy's
for the
trying to
game.
play chess when he should be playing soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Sam, any additional thoughts?
Probably one of the best episodes of the series so far, in my opinion. I haven't really been a big fan of Blue Lock. I've been watching it since it premiered,
to
and
the
I'm
club.
just like, This back half has been certainly better than the front half, but it's still not really that great.
Fair. Kuro, any additional thoughts?
No, not besides what I've already said. I feel like I have nothing else to add of consequence to this discussion.
Fair
It is-
enough.
It is good that though we're finding moments that keep things interesting. I was really thinking that this game was going to be such a drag to watch. Like, oh, here we go again, 3 episodes or whatever of them doing a game, But the Barrow keep away was amusing to me, so I'm amused, and it ended with Raichi, so extra amused.
Yeah, I thought Raichi showing up would be a big win for you. It's a big win for
Indeed.
all of us, really.
Indeed, it was the injection of personality I was looking for.
And the Wanima guy, he has very thoughtful commentary. He's like, I see you, Gagamaru. I see that you use your physicality to do these amazing things, but it's always so intentional. I'm like, whoa, this guy's paying attention. This is the kind of commentary we need, Isagi. Take notes. Take notes. Oh yeah. That is enough Blue Lock for this week.
Wrapping that up. Yeah,
Yep.
now to our other climax.
Time for that delicious chicken dinner. The
The cock of
season
the run.
finale. Yes. The season finale of Rooster Fighter. In the previous episode, Keiji has just done an awakening of his righteous egg, and it's all crazy and red and scary looking. And Keisuke can sense sort of a sinister aura to it, and is concerned that if his brother unleashes this power, it'll change him forever. Spoiler alert, it doesn't seem to. But it is an understandable concern, because Mother over on the side is all like, oh, it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
This righteous egg. It's like, oh, you want to use this for bad things, don't
I've been
you?
calling her Lilith. She was a little excited.
We finally got her name. Kugane, or I think that was it. Kugane.
Sure.
Yeah, I think.
Yes. I
Yeah.
believe that's how they pronounced it.
Yeah. So Keiji unleashes massive fury on Hikari in his demonic winged form, and totally trashes him. Even though Hikari's all like, you can't do anything, you're just a chicken. Oh, there goes my stomach. But as you know, he can he can rebuild himself, regenerate, yada yada.
He has the technology.
It's just such BS. But Keiji keeps fighting him, and Keisuke gets involved, and the two of them kind of trade off blows, doing damage to him, and then we unleash the super Kikoho. However you pronounce it. And
Just gonna let you flounder there. That was funny.
Yeah. The Kamehameha.
Yeah.
The squawk.
The chicken version.
The chicken version. He unleashes that powerful attack, and Keisuke's like, no, it's not gonna do it. And then he says, oh wait, he's aiming directly at the regenerative ball. Yes, do it, big brother. And yeah, takes out the regenerative ball, destroys it, and it's a little worrisome that Hikari gets up from that, but like, wait, I don't sense any demonic aura anymore. Or I don't sense any malicious intent. Oh, okay. Sure. So remember in our previous conversation when we were like, oh, I don't think Mario's coming back. He was pretty trash. Maybe he could come back. Yeah, but it would be kind of pushing things, but Kuro said, I don't care. I want the happy ending. Well, we got the happy ending.
Happy. I was so pleased. I was like, I will take this. I'll take my victory here.
Just right after they pull at our heartstrings one more time with Pyoko, like, I gotta go say hi to Mario. Oh,
no,
Mario,
Mario's dead.
He's dead. No, it can't possibly be true. She was over to Mario, like, oh, Mario's like, hey, I'm alive, actually. Attack on Titan rules, apparently, because he pulls himself out of his larger body. And then shrinks back.
He's got no crotch either. I don't know if you noticed that. It was really.
I did notice that, and I guess he won't be reproducing.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense that he wouldn't. I
Yeah,
don't want to think about it too hard.
they don't reproduce that way. I
Nope.
guess. I
Nope.
guess. I guess. Uh Yay. Happy that Mario is alive. He's well. He's a little worse for wear. But Mario, sensing that Hikari is no longer a threat, decides that they should take him with him when the cops show up. And
They're just
Elizabeth,
collecting demons.
they are collecting demons. They're totally collecting demons, like an army of them. But Elizabeth, meanwhile, has saved Keisuke and Keiji's father. She decides that it's too much of a risk to leave the Kappa and the father under the water any longer, and she will roll the dice that shocking the water won't kill the rooster.
Somehow that worked.
Somehow that worked. It fried the Kappa, and the father was okay, unconscious. And I gotta say, when she was like on top of him, trying to, try to resuscitate him, I was like, wait, he's gonna wake up horny, isn't he? But we don't actually see that. So I have to ask Sam, do they show that in the manga? Does he wake up horny?
I think it's the same in the manga as it is
Actually,
in the anime.
he's still passed out. But when
Yeah.
she said when she's like, "Oh, he's passed out," I thought, did she knock him back out after he woke up? Because that seems like something that would happen.
They had enough time to add that into the animation. There was a long ass they cut out a few minutes of the episode, which I was not happy about.
Right. So also remember, Kuro, when you're like, I don't care, Mario was killed by this guy, I'm not going to feel any sympathy for him. Well, has your
Man!
opinion changed?
I can't believe they did that shit. Oh man. Okay, yeah.
Here
Fair
we
enough.
go. Sympathy for the devil.
This is the only way they could have made it happen, though. Like, he was raised by a single mom. He was brainwashed and tortured. And this lady, like, she literally fucked with his heart. Like, literally, to make him her creature. I feel like you cannot get past that, you know? So. So I do have sympathy for the devil, but only because he wasn't the devil we thought he was.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There was a loophole here.
There was a pretty big loophole here.
Yeah.
Interesting that she realizes his will is too strong. She can't take over his mind, so she'll take over his heart instead. Oh, that's so sinister.
Yeah, because I mean it is really fucked up, but also like it's kind of admirable that his own heart, his own will from inside from his mama was so strong too. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then she gaslights him and brainwashes him.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Terrible. Terrible. I do not like this woman. And she's not even the big bad. No. Of course. Of course. It's the white demon. He's the big bad. As we find out by interrogating Hikari after he wakes up. It turns out this kid's not so bad, but he still can control demons, so he's decided to go take his lumps and face the people whose homes he destroyed. Good first step. I don't know how well that's going to go for him, but his heart's in the right place. And Mario doesn't like sad goodbyes, so he didn't see them off. Boo! Come on, Mario.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
They lost you. They needed some healing time with you.
Don't you be running off on them, man. And so, the two roosters and the two chickens, and I guess fathers with them too, shall journey onward. Though I don't think we saw him wake up. Did we?
No.
I don't think we did. He'll wake up eventually. Probably.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a satisfying finale, and I think nicely bookended the story so far. I'm just gonna flat out say it. Not that the bar was super duper high, but this is definitely the most competent Toonami original series.
Agreed.
They had I was really surprised at the amount of plot. Like they made it deep and interesting. I was not expecting any of that. I mean, they added more complexity to the demons, to their purpose, and then adding the devils at the end. And even more complexity to the chickens being able to fight and their powers, and having, the different teammates coming together and what they have to offer. And they left so much unexplained. There's so much material here left to go off of. Like, we don't know what the fuck happened to Pyoko. She doesn't even know what the
Mhm.
fuck happened to her.
She doesn't
Or
even
what's gonna
realize it.
happen to Keiji, Keisuke and his father, how that dynamic's gonna be. I think there's some training arc in the future with, with the whole egg, obviously, and the father, and some knowledge he's gonna drop. And there's just so much left here to work with. Not to mention, like, they've thrown all this demon devil lore at us it's just so unique and interesting. And it really did grow on me, and it was a lot of fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to describe to other people who aren't watching it too. Like, okay, there are these chickens that fight demons, but stay with me. It's
but
great.
but stay with
That's
me.
like
I
the
know it
synopsis,
sounds
though.
ridiculous, and
And
it
That is
is.
ridiculous, though.
it is.
Like,
Yeah.
I love Rooster Fighter for how ridiculous and over the top it is, but also at parts it's very sincere at what it is.
I'm
Mhm.
actually
It
really
strikes that nice
curious.
balancing act between like serious but not super serious. It can be very
Exactly.
silly.
Exactly. You're right on target with the balance. And I'm actually curious from your perspective. We mentioned this in the last episode about how much they had adapted for the first season, and someone else, I think it was a V
It was
Lord, who
Lum.
had said it was
It was
Lum.
Lum.
It was Lum who had said that they had like fast tracked some things for this first season. I'm just curious what your thoughts on how they did this adaptation in the way they did.
It's been a while since I last read the early parts of the manga. I think for what they had, I think they did a good job with it. I'm not going to say it's a great adaptation of the work
Oh,
because if I'm
interesting. What makes you say that?
well, for one thing, like some of the animation just isn't amazing. I think for the most part, though, it's paced well enough. And also, just like for me, the beginning parts of the manga are like silly fun. But it's like, for me, when I continued reading the manga, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, this is going somewhere. It's very much like the beginning parts of the series are very monster of the week at the beginning. And then towards the end, you start seeing more and more parts of it. I think the things that they fast tracked in this anime adaptation was kind of more story beats about how demons got made, because that's not
Oh,
something that's
okay.
explained until way later, at least in the anime. You do see like seeds are planted in the beginning parts of the manga, if I'm remembering correctly. It could be wrong because it's been a while. Blum could correct me, or V-Lord. Any of them could probably correct me on that. But if I'm remembering correctly, you do see the mother figure, the mother character early on in the manga, and you do see this before even she shows up for Morio, even I think. So it's
Hmm.
like one of those things where it's like those seeds are planted very early in the manga, and in the anime, it's just like these demons appear. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. So you like it as its own thing, but as an adaptation,
I don't.
it.
I'm not of that snobby level. I still think this is a very good show,
Mhm.
and for me, it's all about if it gets more episodes, which I think eventually it will. It's all about okay, the next part of the story, which I think is fantastic where they are right now. how are they going to adapt that? What is going to be cut? What is going to be slightly altered to kind of fit their episode count or what they need to tell the story well? I'm more interested in how they handled that more than if it's a one-to-one adaptation, because I don't care about one-to-one adaptations all that much. You can, as long as it still has the spirit of the original work and it still follows story beats of that, it's fine by me if it makes changes.
I think that's a very fair assessment.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sticking to the spirit and hit the correct story beats and you don't make substantive changes to why things are supposed to happen, yeah, I think that's completely fair.
But if I were to like put a rating on this, I would at least put it at like an 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
It's still a very great adaptation of Rooster Fighter. If you have not sit down and watched Rooster Fighter, I really recommend you check it out. It's a very fun show. If you love campy action shows or just like it's kind of weird because I kind of put this in like the same camp as like Fist of the North Star or like other like seinen anime kind of. I mean, it is a seinen manga. It's not like Berserk or like the really depressing scenens. It's a very funny concept. It knows what it is. It's a fun show. It's a good time. I highly recommend watching it.
Yeah. That's a solid review, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a excellent, excellent show.
It's
Just the
funny
right
with
kind of show for Adult Swim
Toonami.
Toonami.
Yeah, it's funny what you mentioned about the animation because it got me thinking like if I compare it to, you know, some of the other things we've been seeing in terms of animation quality, like Dandadan, for example, where it's consistent and high quality. Um, it 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 does feel a little bit uneven at times in that capacity. But that's like me
Yeah,
being scrutinous, I think. I'm being overly critical and attentive to it just because that's what we're here to do. It's
Yeah,
no,
not
that's totally
bad.
fair.
It's not so uneven as say a
yeah.
certain horror anime that we all don't discuss anymore.
I mean, I like that show, but still, like I will say, like when we saw the first initial teaser about it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a CGI show. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. But then actually watching it, and it's like, no, there's hand drawn animation in it. The CGI is with the kaiju like monsters in the show. And I think that's a nice striking balance. The CGI is well done in the show. It's like one of the best uses of CGI in an anime, in my opinion, because the cell
Mm,
shading and the character designs kind of give it that campy kaiju movie feel, but also they still feel like tangible creatures inside of that world.
Mhm.
yeah. Sometimes the humans are done in CGI, which is
The human
Inter-
characters, I will say, like even in the manga, they look off. It's pretty clear that the mangaka is very comfortable drawing animals and demons, not humans.
Well, the hens have so much detail to them, and the humans
Mhm.
don't. And I kind of wondered by the end of it. I thought maybe that's on purpose. Maybe that's
Probably.
a style choice to sort of like fade out from the humans in general.
Mm, yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. Oh, and some of the most janky CGI was the cat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Doing the
The-
cat dirty, man, and I feel offended.
yeah. Oh, the way she moved her mouth.
Oh yeah. It's just so weird how that episode was handled, but still.
Yeah, yeah,
Was
definitely.
it was that was that also like specifically different in the manga with the cat?
Not really. It's mostly the same. They might have chopped it down a bit, but I think it's mostly the same thing.
Hmm. Mm. Steven, what are your thoughts on the first season of Rooster Fighter?
Um, I liked it. I don't know how else to put it. Um, it was a great show. I wouldn't say, Adult Swim hit it out of the park, but they
Really?
got a
I feel like they did.
they had to at least get something. I mean, not to be like cynical or anything else than that, but I think they got like a double or a triple out of it if we're still talking like baseball terms. They did pretty good on this one, and it shows they did good, and it fits with it fits with Adult Swim, right? It's a rooster fighting demons. It's stupid, right?
Mhm.
It's all the shows that are on Adult Swim have that absurd quality to it that's like, "Oh, this is weird. Maybe we'll watch this?" And I think Rooster Fighter was that kinda, like, weirdness to it. Like, Space Dandy was kind of like that too. It was a weird space show that didn't have, like, a continuum, and, it didn't from my knowledge, it didn't kind of do that well in the beginning, but it had that cult status later on, and I still think Rooster Fighter will have that later on too, but, as of right now, yeah, it's an 8 out of 10 for me personally. I would watch it again, and I'll probably if another season comes out, I'm still here, I'm watching and, like, tweeting it, but, I mean, it was a fun watch to live tweets specifically because there were so many things that I could pull out of it and do it. I know Brittany had the second half later on during the night, and she was pulling out different things than what I was pulling out. And it's a fun show just to watch and sit there and see how insane it is. Because, yes, it does take references from Dragon Ball, all shown in all, anime and everything else. But it's its own thing. It's its own thing of, like, we still don't know how the demons are formed, we just think they're just there somehow, and they have this little thing that pops in them, so it's, like, always in them, all in all humans or in any animal or except maybe chickens. We don't know, maybe there were a chicken, later on that becomes, demon or something, but it it's a fun show that I think Adult Swim needed to do it because, in the realm of all the Fooly Coolies and all the weird, um, Housing Complex C, Shenmue, I would say is probably a higher tier than that. What was it?
That's a bit of a heart
Black
sore as well.
Yeah, yeah. You have, Fena, which was, like, top tier as well. And
Up
then
until the ending, that Fena was
until
top
that yeah,
tier.
until
Man,
that
I
last,
was listening to the opening to Fennec today, and I was reminiscing, like, this
that
show
ending, yeah.
had so much promise.
Yeah,
So
it
Still
story
was
banger
problem
opening.
though. For once,
mhm,
that was like a pure story problem.
yeah.
Mhm.
I would say it's up there in the tier of the better Adult Swim, things,
Absolutely.
but
100% agree.
yeah, it's a equal show. I would love to see them do a block with Dragon Ball and Rooster Fighter together, kind of like the Power Hour of, the what would you name that one? It would be something stupid they would name that, but, or
Sans and
we would name
cock. I don't
there we
know.
go. Um, but it's a fun thing that just needed an outlet to do that, and I'm glad they brought it on Adult Swim because that's the absurdity that they need to do, or that's the project they need to do because that vibes well, and it was a risk. Yeah, I would say it was a risk to put a Rooster Fighter on there, but, in the beginning when I seen, like, the trailer, I'm like, "What is this?" But then I got into it, later on because it's basically Dragon Ball Z, but with chickens.
Mhm.
And it's fun to do that just to see, voice actors do a rooster call like a Kamehameha, but he does cor okay, I don't let's see if I can do it. Um, I was gonna ask everyone else to do their best,
The
call.
the Ko
That
Kekako.
that
Yeah,
was the best I got for you. I can't do better
okay.
than what I just did.
Let's see what
I
I
I'm
can
don't
not
do.
want to break
I'm
the
not
sound
as
barrier in my
talented.
house, so
I am
that's
not
probably out.
talented like Sketch and you are and Laser is. I'm not as talented.
I mean, all right, right.
Oh,
That's a good
bravo.
Yeah,
one.
there we
That
go,
was
it's better than mine.
that was it. That's the
Mine
answer to this episode.
yeah, there you go. Mine was like that, but yeah, I don't know. That's a little higher
Nice.
pitch. But I mean, it's stupid, but it's fun and entertaining.
I will say for like the English dub, you can definitely tell that all the actors had fun in their roles. It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
it was
For
a very
sure.
well produced dub.
Mhm.
I would
They knew
love
what they were doing.
to talk to Lucy or Patrick about this and be like, okay, so in the audition phase, did they have you make chicken noise? Because they had to, right? They had to know.
So many interview questions, so much potential. Yeah.
How many chicken puns were there? There had to been there had to been so many chicken puns thrown out, and then
Uh
so many different calls from different types of
Patrick
chickens.
Seitz definitely makes jokes.
Oh yeah.
Cock jokes. Yeah. We did that too, though.
Well, probably
I'm
those.
pretty sure everyone has made a cock joke.
Everyone's made cock jokes. It's in the marketing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Toonami, for showing us your cock. We thought it
They
was a
are
very
putting that
nice.
cock away for the time being.
Yeah, now you can put that cock away after you put it on full display next week with the full season marathon starting at 11 p.m. That's right, 11 p.m., not midnight. 11 p.m.
Love
set
it.
your cocks.
What does that entail? You know what? Don't answer that. Don't answer that question.
Yeah. Yeah. 11 p.m. Watch the whole season. It'll be a good time. Good time. Good time. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Rating wise, I give it a 7.58 out of 10.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Maybe closer to 8. Yeah. Just cuz like if I'm thinking objectively about its adult swimness and the
Mhm.
quality and everything. Yeah. Right
It
now,
is
just for record, Don like running at a 9 for me. I'm
Oh,
writing
Don
that
to
high.
Don is like on another level. That's like next
I'm
level shit.
loving. Yeah, I'm loving
yeah.
Don right now.
Don is definitely a 9. Definitely a 9. I
I'd
don't like
probably
to give
put it.
anything a 10, but Don is
I'd
definitely a
probably
9.
be like closer to like a 9.5 for Don to Don for
Yeah,
me personally.
I'm not sure. 10 for me is tough because that's such a moving target sometimes.
I really have to see. I really have to see how season 3 goes before I even move that 0.5 up. So
I think 10s for me have to be a bit more cerebral. I think that's like kind of where my sweet spot is for a 10, I need a little bit more
I think
plot.
I think I've I
Need more
think of
plot.
I
So
think the only 10 I really gave was like Gendy Tartakovsky's Primal season 2, which was phenomenal. That was a really good season of
I mean,
television.
I'll give Samurai Jack a 10 for sure. That's easy 10 for me. I don't even have to think
I'd
about
probably
it.
lean more towards like a 9 because that final season's back half.
Oh, no, I hated the ending, but the series overall had such an impact on my childhood in general, so it's like I can't get away from that. Anyway, before we get too far down this
Yeah,
hole.
that's
so we're all agreement that Blue Lock is 6.
probably below that for me.
Yeah,
I don't
6
think
is fair.
I think 5 is average. That's what I
No,
5
it's
is average.
definitely it's not I think it's a little above average because the animation quality is pretty solid and it's got moments.
For now.
Uh,
Wait till we get to season 2.
Problem is
I
like
think the animation quality is just not that great to
this
begin with.
series this series just isn't it's not for me. That's why
Mhm.
I can't rate it poorly because it's not bad. It's just not for me.
I think
That's the issue.
if we're talking about Blue Lock, for me, I've seen a few sports animes. Sports aren't necessarily typically my thing, but I think Blue Lock is easily like one of the weaker sports shows I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you so in general like no sports at all or do you have one that hits the sweet spot for you? I'm not
I
talking about
mean, we're
sports
talking,
anime, but like a sport. Like if
but
is
for
there a type of
like a
sport you're
sport I
watching?
like in real life, I
Yes.
love hockey. I adore
Okay,
hockey.
so there
Hockey
you
is my
go.
favorite sport.
Do you feel like that your personal preference impacts your ability to enjoy it? Because I think that does
No,
for me.
no.
I think it does for me.
Like I've seen a few games of soccer, and I don't hate soccer or anything, but it's not really a sport I partake in. So to me, it's all about, do I like these characters? Is the show animated well enough for me to overcome its shortcomings? The answer to both of those are no.
Interesting. Now, interesting because I've really felt like for a while that my issue is that my interest is not depth enough for the sport for me to um spend as much time as
I
I'm
mean,
spending
like
on
I
it.
don't like boxing, and I think Megalobox is a better show.
But see,
Mm.
I like martial arts stuff, so I enjoyed that. Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
you could definitely enjoy Megalobox even if you don't typically watch a boxing match.
Maybe and this is just me. I was just polling general. I was curious what everyone's thoughts are about that because
Well,
I
I
felt pretty
loved
strongly
Eye
that
Shield
it does affect
21.
mine.
I
I
loved
never
Eye
seen it,
Shield
so
21.
which is
It's high school football Dragon Ball Z style.
Yeah,
see
that
that sounds
was
like
a fun
something
one.
that sounds like something fun though. Like that sounds very watchable to me.
It is very
I
fun.
also happen to like football. You
We
Yeah.
see where
talking
I'm
like
going with
American
this.
football or just soccer
American
again?
football. American
Okay.
football. I love a good baseball anime, but I love baseball. So,
I love
Mhm.
baseball too. Baseball is like my second favorite sport.
yeah. Like I think baseball can have a lot of tension and drama.
Oh, it absolutely.
Oh, it does.
Why do you think there's so many baseball movies?
Yes. I mean, you should have seen me nail biting the last World Series. Like I can get down with a good baseball anime as well as a good baseball game. Anyway,
Yeah.
that I think that's interesting. So I guess it doesn't have to be the sport, every individual preference varies as it does per the usual. I
Yeah.
Hmm.
does is something for me to think about.
Right. So, more thoughts on other people's thoughts on Rooster Fighter. Mr. AJ Tibbs in the chat said uh, couldn't send his full review, but short version is fifth ish best Toonami original, 6 out of 10. Fifth is best Toonami original. I would love to hear your top five
That's what I.
because you are clearly someone of different taste.
I think
Worm Dud
for me, like a top five would be like maybe Rooster Fighter, Lazarus, IGPX.
Yep.
Wormdad said that it needs a follow up because this is the best Toonami OG like ever as a as a counter to that.
I would say this is the best. Okay, I want to call it as, well, Isekai Suicide Squad's good. So things that Jason DeMarco has co-produced. I'm gonna put it that way because he is still a co-producer on this show. He did co-produce. I mean, he's on the credits for Big O season 2, but maybe that one doesn't count. So to me, it's Rooster Fighter, IGPX, and probably Suicide Squad, Isekai, Lazarus, and Fooly Cooly Alternative.
I'd probably put
Probably.
Uzumaki in like my top five because for all its faults, I still like that show. It's a good show to watch during the Halloween season.
And you can bet your ass they're gonna give us
Oh
a
yeah, they definitely
marathon
will.
because it's actually Halloween weekend.
Ninja Kamui and Lazarus are definitely in the top 5 for me.
Superman in
Um
like mid June. I think they'll actually not do a 4th of July weekend marathon,
No,
even
they
though
won't.
it will be on 4th of July. So
I would
fireworks
also
with your Superman.
I would also like think Shenmue too, but like that one's hard because it is never going to be finished as far as we know, and it's got so much
Just like the
story.
games.
And like I'm really struggling with being set up for failure that way. And then the same thing, like Fenna's like, it should be up there and I want it to be, but it just crashed
Fenna
its
should be a
ending so
solid
hard.
8, maybe even a 9, but it's like a 6.
It nailed so much. It did so much well. And then I don't understand. I don't understand why the ending was the way it was. It wasn't a good story. It's just not good writing. So, but that would have otherwise been in my top 5 as far as OGs produced for Toonami specifically. But definitely Ninja Kamui. Like for me, that performed consistently well from the beginning to end. That was what I wanted out of the series. And I feel like Rooster Fighter, even though Rooster Fighter is not top 5 for me, it's just that's more of a preference. Not me saying that it objectively met the requirements of being good. I can see like taking a step back and seeing it does meet the criteria of one of the best Adult Swim originals. It's not something that I would personally return to multiple times, but it is something I would recommend highly to other people.
Fair.
Yeah. Jeff Ferreira put in, I did enjoy Rooster Fighter, lots of chicken fighting to save humanity from the evil demons and devils. Pretty much summed it up.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty well. I did you come up with this post, Steven, or was it Brittany? Because I do like the wording here.
That was me.
How clucking good was it, or did it foul up?
It's really great. That was beautiful.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah, I went through around 10 puns and I reduced it down to 2.
Oh, yeah.
It was
10 would've been
longer,
too
man.
much.
It was way longer.
2 is just the cherry on the icing. You did well there, sir.
Indeed. So we got one talk back on Blue Sky. Read that from Fun Sexy DB. Really fun watch. It was like the perfect anime to play in the background and not take too seriously. I love how the story and the characters are completely told in the most straight-faced way possible, which adds to the unintentional humor. 7.5 chickens out of 10 will cluck again.
Yes. Yes. Love it.
Very good commentary. And over on Twitter, Cletus T writes, it was a fun show with plenty of action, silliness, and had a surprising amount of heart going for it. I'm looking forward to seeing this story continue since there's still an eventual showdown with the Japanese version of youthful, demonic Colonel Sanders. I'll tell you what the White Demon's human form needed. A mustache.
Please.
It's also
Oh
kind
my
of weird
God.
that he seems to have the same voice as KG and Case Tat.
It doesn't have to be a big Fu Manchu or anything. Just a little thin one, like a baby mustache, just to hint at what we're looking at.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah, please.
Wolf
Do it for the Americans.
Wolf Colt writes in, it was amazing. I have hopes it will be renewed for season 2 since the manga is far ahead. Is that so? Sam, how can you could chime in on this? Is there enough material for another season?
As of this moment, yes. Especially if it's still coming out on a monthly basis, with maybe a few minor breaks, they could totally do a season 2. But it's just a matter of, will they do it immediately? I don't know. And maybe it's a little too soon because maybe they want to have a production pipeline with like, oh, here's season 2 a couple years from now. I don't know what they plan on doing. I'm not privy to that type of detail, but they do have enough of material for another season.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. If there was enough material for another season sooner than later. Very good. Is there enough material for more than one season?
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, we can pace ourselves then. Hazel writes in, yes, it was really good. Dexter the Knight writes in, it was great. Hunter x Hunter fans 64 writes in, greatest finale in anime history.
I like your enthusiasm.
You do you, Hunter. Oh, it was Hunter Hakusho. Hunter Hakusho fan 64. The X is silent. Great username, by the way. Greatest finale in anime history. You're allowed to feel that way.
I I like that enthusiasm. Everybody has their thing. I mean, I'm still obsessed with Naruto, so what does that say about me?
Hmm. And Pat Link Mountaineer writes in, I really enjoyed this so far, hoping it gets a continuation. Aren't we all?
I don't
Just
see any way
hoping.
that they wouldn't. It's so popular.
Yeah,
Like
it's
globally, like not just here in this Adult Swim, microcosm we
Oh,
live
it's
in.
really, really popular in Latin America, which makes way too much
Yes.
sense.
Yeah. So if and they market it. I'm curious about what their ultra expensive deluxe DVD sales are going to be like. There's definitely people that are going to buy that, but man, that was a big price tag.
I didn't check what was the price
It
tag.
was like
the
six, $70,
MSRP
right?
Oh,
the
okay. That's
MSRP is
eh.
Oh wow.
$99.99
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
for the Steelbook limited edition, which comes with a
Does it
nice
even
art
come
book.
with anything,
Yeah,
or?
it comes with an art book.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, so
Although I'd much
that's
rather
kind of
just
what
get
you're
the
paying for.
standard DVD and Blu-ray release.
I'm sure that the MSRP is definitely be like $20 more than it will normally sell for. Yeah, I'm looking for a sale around 50 for that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a pretty solid sale getting an art book for $50. You'll have to share some screenshots of that thing if you get it.
Oh, I'm just saying that's what I would wait for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's fair. Fair
Maybe
price.
60. Maybe 60, but definitely not 70 or more. Forget it. Forget it. But it is a nice looking set, I will say. Which is definitely more than it would be getting if Viz was not handling this.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember like the last show Adult Swim released on Blu-ray. At least not anime-wise, because I think they always release their own shows on
Anime
DVD.
wise, it
IGPX?
was
No, because that was
no
Discotheque.
Discotheque did that.
Yeah.
Anime wise, it was only Fooly Cooly, alternative and progressive.
I think they put out Rick and Morty the anime on
Oh
Blu-ray.
yeah, they did. They put that out very fast, actually.
Yeah.
Wonder how it sold.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, there's that. I don't think Suicide Isekai is.
No, that did not get a Blu-ray or DVD release as of yet.
Boo! Boo to
Uzumaki did,
that.
but that was handled through Viz, not
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
Yep. Meanwhile, if you wanted Fena or Ninja Kamui, you're gonna have to get them from Japan. Same with Lazarus.
I'm pretty sure Fena's still on my DVR too.
I'm actually more than a little perplexed why they haven't put out Lazarus. It's
I
been a year.
have a theory. Someone to um take charge of the project. I feel like with these these originals, like having an individial say, "All right, we're gonna produce this and make this happen," is really
Mm.
essential within the back workings of Adult Swim, and because of how much resources they're allocated, like someone would have to really devote project time to it to be able to push it through, and I think maybe that's why we're not seeing that. Like someone really
Maybe.
has to take charge of it and say like, "Let's make this happen." Um and then of course put it to Jason, and Jason would be like, "Yeah, go forth, and with my blessing." Um because like the ones that we see, they tend to be, I feel like they tend to have some advocate behind them pushing them out. So um just given the size of the budgets, the production, and the team, on that end of things, I think there's just a shortage of people willing to devote project time to it at that moment, that maybe someone's like, this is an idea I have, I want to work on this at some point, and then we're all sat waiting. But honestly, if this is something people want, they need to be extremely vocal about, like in a
Mhm.
positive way. If you
Mhm.
want it and you want to spend money on this, you want to buy the DVD Blu-ray, then you've got to say, like, put out the DVD Blu-ray. We want it. We will buy it.
I
You just
wonder
have to say that.
how much Warner is even going to continue supporting the DVD and Blu-ray format, even
Mm.
with everything going on, because we're even seeing Disney bow out of that market and
It would
just
be
handle everything
such
over to
a
Sony.
shame. It would be such a shame if they didn't put some resources towards it, because there is still a good market for it. Like, people are recognizing the need for physical media as, if nothing else, but having a backup. Especially now what we know about our digital stuff not being ours.
Yeah. Also, Crunchyroll has shows that are going out of print in like 2 years. Like they put out they put out the home video and it's out of print within 2 years.
Please save us, Mr. Discotheque.
It's very
Yeah, but they also need to be
chilling.
willing to sell the rights then. Like, that's fine if they want a third party producer, but like, they need to be willing to sell that then. Don't just sit on it and do nothing with it. Like, don't be an asshole. Come on. Let someone else then produce it. You're not doing anything with it, so why not? Sell the product to someone else. I don't understand some of the ways that this industry works.
I
Like,
also
I
kind of
admit,
wonder with Ninja Comedy getting multiple seasons if they would just rather wait for those seasons to wrap up and then just do a complete series thing, maybe? I don't know.
I don't, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me though. That seems
Maybe.
not like a smart business idea.
I feel like Ninja Kami's complication might be that Aniplex has the home media rights, at least in Japan.
Aniplex like produces media stuff. So I don't know what's holding them up. I mean, aside from my one guess, I guess I got nothing.
It's a
I don't
mystery.
know.
I don't know.
Could be
Yeah.
the same problem with Lazarus because they're also distributing that.
No,
Well, I
but it
think the
it
thing
would be
is
worth
like I think
asking.
Logan from Toonami Squad has explained it to us before that Aniplex has their fingers on a lot of different things in Japan. They distribute shows that they don't even produce. So it's very likely that they don't even produce Ninja Comedy, but they still distribute the Blu-rays themselves for
Yes.
whatever reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was kind of alluding to. And this might be something to keep in mind, Sketch, if we ever get another interview with someone from Adult Swim to ask some questions about some of the DVD
Mhm.
Blu-rays productions and in general, because that is something I think would interest people to learn about instead of just guessing, which is what we do.
Yep.
Well, I think that's a wrap. Unless you got anything else for us, Sketch, on the agenda.
No, not really. Just one more reminder. Toonami starts at 11 p.m. this upcoming Saturday if you want to watch all of Rooster Fighter in one shot. It's quite a marathon. 12 episodes. But it'll be a good time.
It's a lot of
And
cock.
then when Toonami returns the following My Adventures with Superman will be taking up the midnight time slot. And the only other change to the schedule is Blue Exorcist Season 1 will be back at 3 a.m. and My Adventures with Superman will also encore at 3:30. But there should be some more changes afoot because Dawn to Dawn only has 2 more episodes of this season.
Yeah, I kind of
And
expect the week of Superman's premiere there would be an announcement. Maybe. I don't know.
maybe. Maybe. Uh Ninja Kamui should be finishing up in the back, but it's probably just going to be replaced by Dawn to Dawn reruns.
Yep.
Which is fine. I want them to rerun Dawn to Dawn. But I don't want them to rerun Dawn to Dawn before 2 a.m. I do not want that. Before 2:30 rather. So, that's what's going on with Toonami. Who we don't probably won't be any news until then. probably.
Yeah, no, it's a marathon
And,
week. It's a week off. It's also E3 week. So
Yeah. So enjoy your video games news.
If we get any.
Even though E3 doesn't exist anymore.
I will
Yeah.
forever call it E3 week. It is E3 week to me.
Like, mm,
Yeah. 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 All right. You can email us at podcast@toonamifaithful.com. Follow us on facebook.com/toonamifaithfulpodcast and on Twitter @toonamipodcast. You can listen to the podcast on just about everything, including Apple Podcast, Castbox, Deezer, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Podbay, Podbean, Podcast Addict, Radio.com, Spotify, and the TuneIn app. You can find all the episodes of the podcast stream online at the same place they found the encrypted clinical trials on Lazarus, SoundCloud.com/Toonami Faithful Podcast. Get the latest news by following @ToonamiFaithful.com on Blue Sky and @Toonami News on Twitter. And read the news, views, and reviews on ToonamiFaithful.com. And look forward to my review of My Adventures with Superman Season 3, my spoiler-free review, coming not this week, but next week. But we might not have a podcast, so might as well mention it now. Yeah. Sam, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me over at toonamisquad.com. I write articles if I'm not busy being stuck in Forza Horizon 6 or Fallout 4 at the moment. So whenever I get to writing around something, I'll post it there. Otherwise, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Blue Sky at SZUniverse.
Steven, tell the folks where they can find you.
You can find me like on every social media platform known to man under MXAGhost. You know, you want to follow me, you can. I don't really care. I'm doing okay without it. Doesn't really matter. But if you do, I would like it probably. It's MXAGhost.
And Kuro, tell the folks where they can find you.
I love a follow. I will send you a lot of positive things of cats and gardens and anime and other stuff I love. So if you're interested in that, you can follow me at Happy Kuro Kitty. I'm on Blue Sky and I'm on Twitter. Somehow the dying Twitter until we all migrate to other things. We're still there. We're still kicking. And Sketch, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Sketch1984 and also on Blue Sky, Sketch1984. Just look me up on there. Thank you for listening to the podcast, whether you tuned in live or listening to the podcast after the fact. We always appreciate your listenership. Be sure to share the podcast with your friends if you think they would be interested. And until next time, stop talking about your cock. Or rather, it's time to stop talking about your cock. And we don't have Laser to sing something for us.
It's okay.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it thinks that you will take a licking.
Hey, that was impressive. I'll take it.
It's pretty good, yeah. We're off right now.